Hello, I'm Jeremiah. This video I'll be talking about religion in science fiction novels. And this has been a topic of interest for me for quite a long time due to how I was raised and some other factors. But I'll share a few that I think are exceptional if you're interested in exploring this topic. And my number one pick is the Book of Strange New Things by Michel Faber. It is exceptional, and I think he's very creative in how he goes about making his points and telling the story. You could tell he spent a lot of time on it. It's a story of this Christian minister who goes out to this planet to minister to the natives there, and what happens while he's there, and then including how his relationship with his wife changes. And it's very rich, and it has so much going on in it. And also by Faber is the Fire Gospel. It's not so much sci-fi, but more of a what-if story. What if this other gospel were found? And it is very, very interesting. It's also kind of a satire on the publishing industry. So I also recommend, by the same author, The Fire Gospel. And then another one of my all-time favorites is Job, A Comedy of Justice by Robert Heinlein. Normally I don't like Heinlein stuff, but this one is the exception. I've read it twice, and it's one of my favorites. And again, it's another story of a Christian minister who, in his kind of coming of age and growth process, and it's sort of a retelling of the Job story, but done in Heinlein fashion, and but it's very interesting. He has a lot of creative ideas about how he goes about expressing his own ideas about religious questions and what's really important. And but I really liked it, so I recommend this one too. And then a classic in the field is a Canticle for Leibowitz, and it's very, very well known. It's a post-apocalyptic novel to where the society is trying to rebuild itself and what that looks like, and the church and what how they go about trying to save knowledge. And it is very atmospheric and sets a weird tone that I think is very effective in that sense. And so it is a classic, though, and I know a lot of people really, really like it. A Canticle for Leibowitz. And another post-apocalyptic novel, a story, science fiction story, is Gather Darkness. It's a little bit hard to see, by Fritz Leiber, or Leiber. And it is interesting, too, in the same way about how he imagines a post-apocalyptic society, and with this story and the use of technology kind of masquerading as this sorcery or witchcraft, and it has a lot of deep themes and smart ideas. And The Sparrow by Mary Doria Russell. This book made a huge splash back in the late 90s and early 2000s, and it's a first contact story. That's when this group goes out to meet with these aliens in this planet, and what happens. And the group's led by a Jesuit priest, and it explores a lot of religious questions. And then Behold the Man by Michael Moorcock. This one is makes use of time travel, where this guy is able to time travel back to the time of Jesus, and tells about what happens when he goes there, and when he meets Mary and Jesus. And if you're a Christian, I would stay away from it. But if you're more open-minded, it really is interesting and kind of shocking, and but I mean, I enjoyed reading it, but it's definitely not for everyone. And then just lastly, This Star Shall Abide by Sylvia Louise Ingdahl. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but it's been a long time since I read this one, but I remember really, really enjoying it, with the kind of broad view it takes on humans and how we govern ourselves, and issues of authority and religion and freedom and government and what that looks like. And it was very engaging, and I liked it a whole lot. So This Star Shall Abide. And then just to list a few titles here, of some more sci-fi novels that talk intelligently about religion. Vonnegut, his novel Cat's Cradle is an interesting take on the way that he uses religion in that novel. I definitely recommend that one. And then Tower of Glass by Robert Silverberg. The later novels of Philip K. Dick. He was obsessed with religious questions there toward the end of his life. And the novels of Octavia Butler, like the parable of the sower, and that series. And then one short story called The Streets of Ashkelon by Harry Harrison. It is exceptional, and it's been anthologized a lot, but it's become kind of a classic in the science fiction field. So if you can get a hold of that, I definitely recommend it. Yeah. And so yeah, there are many more out there, that science fiction novels that have religion as main elements to their plot, but these are just a few that have meant a lot to me, and I think have a lot of value and are interesting. And so thank you for watching, and you can let me know what your favorite ones are too down below. And I'll see you next time. Bye.